What's going on, guys? There I am in there. So super shiny, super deep. Looking really good. Got a couple fenders on there. Well, all the fenders are actually bolted on. Got to get the doors bolted on today and get those cut and buff. Still got a 2000 fenders. Couldn't really hold them down, so I bolted them to the car. I didn't want to slop the car up anymore, but it'll clean up. Got the roof all cut and buffed. It's looking really nice. The quarters are looking good. So I think that ought to work. You know, it's pretty nice, pretty clean. Still got a buff under here. Started sanding some of the runs that I got, and get that all cut and buffed. That'll be the last thing that I do. Seems to be catching all the compound. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Got this pretty much done over here too. This whole side of the car, minus the fenders that I just bolted on. So taking a break from this morning, and got the hood there. Got to sand and buff that, and then we'll get the hinges on and all that stuff, and get that baby going. This morning we're working on the big block for the Nova. Got this head pretty much ready to lap in. Valve job's done, and CC'd the combustion chambers. Did the bowls on these. I don't know if you can see the bowls or not. Did the intake and the exhaust bowls. Did the turns. Gasket matched the ports. Didn't get crazy, just gasket matched them, and deflashed them all the way down. So they look pretty decent, you know. It should work pretty good. This is a set of 049s, and these are the same heads we got on Ron's car. They've been in the 9s on spray, you know. For oval ports they run pretty good. This will be a much milder combination. Hopefully they'll work good for me too. You know, they seem to work better at lower engine speeds, so you're not twisting your big block 8,000 RPM, and you don't have a big 800 lift roller cam. You know, these heads might be a better choice for the street. So just lapping the valves in. These are Manley severe duty stainless steel valves, and they're new. They're Pro Flows. We're gonna go ahead and just lap them all in and see where we're at. I wiped the bluing off the head when I sprayed it down with the stuff to clean the head up. It took that off. So these two were lapped in. This is the same process that we did on the Volkswagen stuff, just a little bigger so it's easier to see. But you got to remember this lapping compound is water based, you know, so after you lap the valve in, you want to be sure that you really get the seat surface clean, and you want to make sure that you don't use an excessive amount of that so it doesn't get down in your valve guide, because it does have sand and grit in it. And you always want to clean the parts after you do this. Not only wipe them down, but after we get done lapping all the valves in, we'll take the head outside and clean it before we assemble it. I like to do it like that and lift it off the seat, you know. You don't want to overlap it because it'll make your seat wider than it needs to be, you know. You're just looking to make sure that you have a good mating surface around the whole hole, and the seat's where you want it. You know, we're not looking for a real fat seat. We're looking for a nice thin line at the top, like we got there. So she's looking pretty nice. These heads were cut on a 30. We didn't use a stone on these. The actual it's a 6-angle valve job on these, and the angles are machined into the cutting fixture. And it's much more precise. It's a lot less grinding, you know. It's one cut does it all. And I had a buddy of mine do these for me, valve jobs them at a shop, and then I decided to do a little gasket matching port work to them after I had the valve job done. So that's why I'm taking them back apart. And obviously they don't lap them in. He'll cut them and lap one in and see where his seats are at, and then that's it. You know, and I'm sure that works fine. But I like to have everything in perfect running condition when I start the motor. That way when it fires up, it's running perfect to break the cam in. You don't want to be sorting stuff out while you're trying to break the cam in. You want to make sure that it fires up and everything runs really good. Makes it much easier on the motor. So, and you know, this big block, hopefully it'll run decent and won't get shitty gas mileage. I'm hoping for like 30 miles to the gallon, but we'll see how that works out. I was gonna go with electric, but just couldn't do it. Sorry, Tom. So I'm gonna have to go with the old big block, eco-friendly. It's an Ecotech big block. It's a new thing. So there we go. That one looks really good too. Right around the edge. You know, right at the top. Right at the top. We'll move to the next hole. These are all done. Of course, we'll have to clean the head. Of course, you know, and I always wipe the valve down before I put the lapping compound on there, because you know it is water based. So it's a little dabble-dilly of this stuff. You don't want to get excessive. I like to put four little dots. I put too much on that one, but we'll use it. So hope everybody's doing good. It's been a while since I threw a video up. Figured I'd put a video up there. Going to the races this weekend, Georgia Motorsports Park. It's going to be fun. Me and my buddy Ron are going, and looking forward to that. Haven't gone on a road trip in a while, and definitely going to be some cool cars there. Radial tire versus the world, I guess, is what they're calling the race. So it's in South Georgia. We're going to ride up there for the day and check it out. See what's going on. I don't know if we're going Sunday or Saturday yet. I think we're going Saturday. And yeah, we'll go up there and check that out. Some really fast cars for sure. We used to have that race here at Speed World, but not anymore. Now, from what I understand, the track reopened, so that's good for the racer. And yeah, that's cool. Maybe we'll take the car out, buy some tires, and go check that out again. It's been a while since we raced the car. So I like to go to a Volkswagen event, but I could just go out there and have fun. Might do that. Never know, we might be taking the Nova out to the track here soon. If I can stay motivated. As soon as I get this Volkswagen done, I'll have more time to get back on the body of it. But I want to go ahead and get the motor built and run in, make sure everything's good with it. And I got to rebuild the tranny after we do the cylinder heads. I built the short block. It's over here ready for the heads in a bag. Well, I've been working on the I've been working on the short block a little at a time, and I got it put together yesterday. I assembled it. So that's ready to go. So as soon as we get these heads done, we're good to go. I got a gasket matching intake manifold, and finish this last cylinder head. And the motor will be done. And as soon as I get the motor bolted together, we'll bring the tranny in here and rebuild it. Turbo 400. Just gonna go through it and make sure everything's good. It works fine. The car used to have a 350 with a tranny brake, and I'm not gonna be running the tranny brake on the street, so we'll just go with the Turbo 400 and buy a drive shaft. And I got to build a cross member too for that. But I think it'll be a better choice. Had some issues with the 350 brake and the sprag with the small block. And I understand you can buy some aftermarket parts to cure that, but it's a little expensive. So I just go with the 400. It should be more than enough for the small big block. That didn't work out. Somebody wanted to know if you had to spit on these things. Not usually. It's all the oil. It's what's killing me. Yeah, I saw Mark's video, his Bondo issue there, and I didn't know if you etch primed your car or if you just metal etched it. There's a big difference between etch primer and just etching the steel with a metal etch. And the other thing that we got to remember with Bondo is that when you use a cheap Bondo, such as the anything that says light, micro light, feather light, cheap Bondo, you have to go over bare steel. You can't go over a painted or a primed surface. Now with the better Bondos, such as the premium Evercoats and the US or UMCs and Matrix brand and the base coat, clear coat safe stuff, most all of that will go over a factory E-coat, OEM finish, or any kind of cured surface. It doesn't require to go over bare steel. So the quality of the Bondo is directly related to the substrate that it can go over. Just because one person has an issue with a particular issue doesn't mean that you're going to have that same problem if you don't use that type of Bondo. We've talked about it in the past. I know that there's another guy that likes to use that Bondo that's very popular, and you know, he pretty much encapsulates it with a glazing putty, and then you know, it sort of hides the issue. The cheaper Bondos really aren't designed for base coat, clear coat. They're more for single stage jobs, synthetic enamels, acrylic enamels, stuff like that. And you'll always see that in the piece sheets on those Bondos that it says that it has to go over bare steel. Well, it'll go over bare steel, concrete, or wood is exactly what it says. For the Dynalite white, it's not a base coat, clear coat Bondo, and it's not made to go over any kind of painted surfaces. Now I have seen the latest and greatest training video for Evercoat, and they've changed their procedure a little bit on how to apply the Bondo into a repair area. And I think the video is more suited towards the waterborne market, you know. I've been doing it over the epoxy for 15-20 years now. Never had an issue. But you know, I'll epoxy it, or I'll e-coat it, or put the etch primer down. And then before I apply the filler, I'll hit that with some 80 grit and rough that area up so I have adhesion. So, but it's an absolute no-no if you're using the cheaper Bondo. It's got to go over steel. It doesn't matter how you prep the substrate. It's got to be metal, it's got to be concrete, or it's got to be wood. So anyway, there's that head. We got our installed heights all set up already. We eliminated the rotator cups. Got some competition engineering comp cams rotator cup eliminators there, and ended up with one shim under the intake, small shim, 15 thousandths, 10 thousandths there, forget, to get our installed height right. So that head's done. We'll go ahead and set this one off to the side, and we'll go ahead and disassemble this one next, and assemble this one, take this one apart, gasket match, CC, and match the chambers, do the exhaust ports, the intake ports, and lap the valves in, and then we'll be ready to put them on the old short block here. Here's the short block all assembled, and there you go. It's just a pump gas combination. It's a steel crank, 454, ARP bolts, flat top pistons, 2-bolt main block, really basic, standard bore even. So, and we'll hit it with one plate. It's one nitrous plate if we can get it on there under the hood. We might do something like that, but I don't know if it'll fit on that car. So we might go with no bottle and just not kill it. All right, it's a nice day today. A little bit of clouds, supposed to rain maybe. So we gotta get some stuff going out here. Been working on the old Beetle here a little bit. Of course, we built the motor in there and really haven't drove it a whole lot. Been trying to get some stuff finished on it. Got the tack hooked up, put some lights in the dash, and put some seats in here with some lumbar support and stuff, so it's much more comfortable now. So we got a little carpet to glue in there, the glove box, and some handles to put on the doors, and just little odds and ends now. And the dash is freaking hideous. So we're working on that. We got a stereo for the stereo hole, and I got to figure out where to put some speakers, and I'm going to make a board for the back of it. Took the seat out, and I'm just going to make a board back there because nobody rides back there, and finish carpeting and all that stuff back there under the window, and then get the headliner in, because I know Easy Jeezy's waiting for the headliner video. So we'll be doing that soon, because it's really ugly in there. So there we go. I'm gonna get on this. I'm gonna go ahead and sand these fenders and let them start closing up in the sun. I'll get them sanded and let them sit for a while, then I'll hit them with a buffer. Gotta get a run out of the hood here, the old typical Volkswagen run where it runs down here and goes beep. And that got really dirty sitting out back. So there we go, guys. Hope you guys have a good day. And there's Smokey. Smokey says hi. Looks like a damn pro rug. And maybe if you guys are going to the races this weekend in Georgia, we'll see you up there. So I don't know if I get by to see Mr. Blue Roads or not. But oh, I did get some new stickers too. Let me show you those. One's an old new sticker because it got lost in my daughter's room. Had a real nice Christmas card and a sticker, and she seemed to like them. And I got the Chevaholic sticker stuck up there on the wall now. And then the other sticker that I got was Mr. Blue Roads. And then I got a Shine poster there. And then I got one from Chris at Icelandic Crash, or what is it? Icelandic Crash. Oh man, I'm butchering your name up. Icelandic Crashlander, I don't know. Go check him out. Here, there you go. He's a good guy, a really good welder. He works in sort of a manufacturing plant, welds all day long, so he's an excellent welder. He's got a really badass sticker too. I love that sticker. And he's a Firebird guy. Get some cool old Firebirds like Rob's, 68 style, I think. But check him out. And then, oh man, there were some other guys I wanted to give a shout out to. Of course, I wanted to give a shout out to Ashley at a Page to Turn. Go check her out. She's gonna be in the YouTube garage now. She's a pretty cool girl. Makes some vlogs and does Whiskey Wednesdays and some cool stuff like that. And then there were some other people, but I can't remember your name right now, and I don't want to butch it up, so we'll do a shout out video, maybe answer some questions. Little cat fight. So that's the two Patches and Smokers. What's up, Patches? Crazy Patch. But anyway, you guys try to have a good Thursday, day before Friday, and I'll try to get some more done on this, and we'll turn the camera back on when I got some doors on.